When people think about the fall of great civilizations, they often imagine invading armies or dramatic battles. But history tells a different story. Sometimes, the greatest enemy wasn't another empire. It was the environment itself. Every civilization, no matter how powerful, depends on nature. Water, fertile soil, stable weather, reliable harvests. These are the foundations upon which kingdoms are built. When those foundations weaken, even the strongest societies can begin to falter. Take the ancient Maya. For centuries, the Maya built magnificent cities, developed advanced calendars, and made remarkable achievements in astronomy and architecture. Their civilization flourished across what is now southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, and parts of Honduras. Then, between the 8th and 9th centuries, many of their great cities were abandoned. For generations, historians debated why. Today, archaeological evidence and climate research suggest there was no single cause. Instead, prolonged droughts likely placed enormous pressure on food production. At the same time, growing populations, warfare, and political instability made recovery even more difficult. The drought did not destroy the civilization by itself. It exposed weaknesses that were already growing. The same pattern appears elsewhere. In ancient Mesopotamia, irrigation transformed dry land into productive farmland. But over centuries, poor drainage caused salt to accumulate in the soil. As fields became less fertile, crop yields declined, placing increasing strain on cities that depended on agriculture. Nature had not suddenly turned against them. Human success had gradually altered the very environment that sustained it. Even mighty Egypt, whose civilization depended on the annual flooding of the Nile, experienced periods when unusually low floods led to crop failures and famine. During times of political instability, these environmental hardships became even more devastating. History reveals an important lesson. Environmental challenges rarely act alone. Droughts, floods, or changing climates become most dangerous when societies are already struggling with economic inequality, weak leadership, conflict, or overuse of natural resources. In other words, nature often becomes the spark, but the fuel has already been gathering for years. This pattern has repeated throughout history. When forests disappear faster than they can recover, when rivers no longer sustain growing populations, when the land can no longer provide enough food, the stability of an entire civilization begins to crack. And once those cracks appear, they rarely remain isolated. They spread through every part of society. The question is no longer whether the environment matters. It is whether leaders recognize the warning signs before they become impossible to reverse. For many civilizations of the past, that realization came too late.
A kingdom's remembered. History isn't gone. It's waiting to be remembered.